Well, there is like this training between the masculine and the feminine going on. Basically, the masculine needing to learn how to hold and stand still and stay put, and the feminine needing to learn how to fully move. That's something with learning to let go into and through something, you know? And that is calling for the dissolving of the identification with the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's incredibly important in that rolling through. The moment that you create a story around, the moment that you give validity to the feelings, as in believe in them, even in the slightest, you're giving them a hook, a reason to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are meeting them as that presence of compassion, if you're awake in the face of the feelings, then they can pass through that space. But if you aren't there as that space of holding, then they can't pass through the space, of course. And that passing right there, that's the glitch between not identifying with and identifying with. If it sticks, there's a hook. If there's a hook, there's identity. There's a story where we're giving it validity, we're giving it a life of its own that gives it a reason to stay. For instance, and this is something with what and how we are taking things personal or not. You know, so when a feeling arises, it's something with we can fully own it, we can fully feel it, and in that way, that owning part makes it ours, but it isn't us. You know, it's like it's very it's something down in the blueprint, you know, in the deep small writing on the navigations of consciousness. That part of being able to, again, for instance, the difference between when there is hatred. There can either be an owning of the hatred that allows us to feel that center of hate, not just hatred, but hate. Because hate has the slightest turn of personification in it. And we need that a bit just to be able to be at the center of it. It isn't just there's hatred as some kind of, but it's a full holding of it. There's hatred there. And then when there is hatred, it can either be there's hatred and then being with that fully conscious, or it can be I hate. And the moment you lean into the identification with the feeling, you're moving away from its option to pass through the consciousness, which is supposed to register the feeling clear as the neutral space of compassion.